No, I'm going to say that is not the case. I hope, because there are two people here who are at the forefront campaigning against just such attitudes, and I wouldn't patronise either of them, maybe because George would run me over the details, yeah. Can I now ask Sasha to come up and bring Sasha from Disability History Story?
Okay, we've got 5 minutes before we go and kick shit out of fascists, so I'm going to be really, really quick. Okay, I have very little interest in tennis, but I do have a lot of interest in what the tennis player Arthur Ashe said about the civil rights movement and how we actually begin to build a campaign. And he said, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Well, starting where we are, let's be quite clear. This government, it's not a government, it's a regime. It has no mandate to do anything in Scotland, and it has very little mandate to do anything anywhere else in this country, anywhere. But they have unleashed a reign of terror by the rich onto the poor. And when we dare to say that this is unreasonable, they tell us that what we are saying is class war. It's the politics of envy, and that we've got the freedom to get down on our knees and be grateful to them. Well, we know from our history that that isn't what's always happened, and it isn't how it has to be anymore. What we have is our history, and in Scotland we have a radical tradition. Forget about this mealy-mouthed struggle for social justice. We have a struggle for socialism. We have a struggle for the trade union movement. We know that when we look back to our history, that the people then didn't sit on one side and wait for things to change. They were out on the streets fighting for that change. They were there in the Chartist movement, in the trade union movement, and we have to reclaim the tradition that they have handed on to us. So we're going to use what we have, and that is our history. Our history is a weapon that we can use. It's a hammer for truth, and it's a hammer for justice. And let's be quite clear, if we don't use that, then we deserve to be kicked back onto our knees and to stay there. I want to finish up by saying, do what we can. Well, what we can do is to fight. If we do fight, there's no guarantee that we'll win. But if we don't fight, we will lose every single time. So we have to fight. Up until now, it hasn't been ordinary people who've written their own stories and their own histories. And we have to change that. Look back and be proud. We're the children, the grandchildren, and the great-grandchildren of heroes. The people who fought against fascism and won. And when this country really was broke, really didn't have anything, those people built the welfare state. They were heroes. So I think it's down to us to be a little bit heroic now. So when we write our own story, let's make it a good story. Let's get out there, fight some villains, save some orphans, and never, ever, ever give up on the idea that we can have a happy ending. Speak the truth, even if your voice shakes, and take back our history. Thank you.